Hello there, my spooky, scary skeletons. It's Chloe in real life, your guide to the ghoulish, your sharer of the spook, and a fan of all things frightful. Welcome back to another episode of my Halloween Spooktacular. Today, I am here in Corona, California to check out Corona Haunt. This place I have actually been to in the past, but I haven't filmed it. But I've been here before and it was really good, and I'm really excited to check it out again. And it looks super fun, so let's go check it out. Hey there, guys. So I am joined currently with Mason and Joe, the designers of Corona Haunt. So we're going to do something really, really fun. I'm really excited about this. We're going to kind of go through the maze and talk a little bit about, what each thing is, how, just kind of give us some Easter eggs maybe, tell us a little bit about the maze. Tell us a little bit about this first room.
Well, as you can see, it's a little bright in here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of our big things we always want to do with our haunt was set up our boundaries. Of course, we talked about it before. One of that was clowns and brightness.
Awesome.
So,
yeah, you don't really see a lot of bright mazes.
No, you don't. And I'm a huge fan of them. And actually, a lot of it's inspired by Horror Nights of Clowns 3D. This is actually one of the first rooms we actually tested the paint, actually. We didn't know it was going to work or not. But it did.
I love it. So do you want to keep going?
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's go. Okay, so this area is super cool. So can you tell us a bit about this?
So this area right here is actually one of the harder areas for, I would say, for us as least as a home hunter, because spacing is always an issue. Mm-hmm. And what we have to do is divide it. Mm-hmm. And with a lot of process of designing this, we don't even know what we're going to do, but we always want to do a clown facade, so voila.
Awesome. It looks great. I love how you kind of have the mouth like going down.
Oh, you gotta have the mouth.
It's super cool. Something I find really interesting, and this is just me being a little haunt nerd, is when the dividers and like the little strips are painted and decorated. Sometimes they aren't, but I love that you guys have kind of painted it. It really helps the flow and almost gives it like a fun house look.
Yeah, so that was definitely the goal, was to give it more of like an endless hallway, fun house feel.
Yeah.
And it's pretty simple. You just take black fabric and paint it over with fluorescent paint.
And these walls look so cool. I love
Joe
the pattern.
actually painted all of these.
They're awesome.
Joe made these designs, started
so
painting
cool.
them, and they came out beautiful.
So, can you tell us about this awesome ticket booth?
So this actually was almost one of the very first props that we made for the maze. We were thinking, clown maze, ticket booth. Can't have,
Well, yeah.
you gotta have a ticket
gotta
booth.
go.
And, Joe started, Joe was like, what kind of design should we do? And he started doing this on there. And then when this actually went up in the maze, we ended up saying, like, this stuff right here, we're like, let's make the room almost camouflage.
Ooh.
With the ticket booth. And you can tell they're different blue shades.
Yeah.
So it actually ended up working kind of cool because
Yeah,
it
it does
just
look cool.
worked out so awesome.
And a fun little fact actually about this room. No one's gonna know about this, but of course me and Mason, whoever actually helped us with the maze, we have our little initials that actually in the walls right here.
That's super. Oh, that's so
CJR.
cool. Look at that.
A little dark right here, but you don't remember? It's right
Do you
here.
remember mine?
I know.
There we go.
That's so cool. What a fun little Easter egg to kind of. It's like you're signing your artwork.
Exactly. Yeah, Joe really loves the dark ride feel.
Yeah.
So that's where he got, these ideas from. Is that he really loves the whole, go into a dark ride, black light, crazy signs.
Yeah. Okay, this thing is creepy.
So this is one of the cool Easter eggs. So from last year's maze, which was Scarecrow, one of the dummies from Scarecrow is actually under him. He is completely
super
dressed
cool.
in his outfit still. He still has his burlap mask in there too.
That's awesome.
So that was definitely one of the coolest Easter eggs we've put in here so far.
super fun. I love it. I thought he was a real person.
So after leaving the funhouse portion of the maze, you're actually entering the Sweet Tooth Factory. So we always want to design something big, and what greater than, of course, we love facades. You can't go wrong with that.
Yep.
So we always want to make a grand entrance to more
Yeah.
of our twisted maze.
I like it a lot. Something I always find interesting when I'm going through a home hunt is like, where are we right now? Like, what part of the house? Because it feels so big, and it's like there's not that much house to use. So where are we currently?
We are currently standing, so right in the middle of the backyard is actually right here. So this is the middle of our backyard. Right behind this black wall is actually the 91 freeway. So right behind this, it is the hillside and the 91 freeway at the very bottom. So we try to hide it as best as we
I
possibly
would have
can.
no idea.
So
It was
so cool.
it was a problem in our previous years when we were
Yeah.
starting out. Like
Oh yeah.
hiding things was so hard, but
Well, you're doing a great job because I had absolutely no clue. I thought there was way more backyard over
Perfect.
there. So you're doing a really good job.
Extend it.
Okay, so now we are in this awesome room, and I have to say this is my personal favorite. Can you tell us anything special about this room?
so of course you're in the factory now, and one of our challenges was like how do we switch it from a fun house to a factory setting, and let's slap some bricks on the walls, and from there it was history, sketches, drawings. I want a voltage room. Bam, let's put a voltage room.
That's so cool.
So it's kind of like the factory's power source.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's awesome. I love
so
this.
basically, when this blows, it blows and it smells like cotton candy when it comes out.
Okay. We just need to talk about this for a minute. True hunters know the smell of fog by heart.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the good stuff. I love the smell of fog, but then you made it smell like cotton candy. How? How did you do that?
So it's actually just a fog scent additive. So we bought that from Fog It Up, actually. They're one of our favorite fog brands. And we just bought the tiny cotton candy, couple drops, and it's in. It's very good.
There's fog scent.
Yes.
Oh.
And scent spray.
Ooh.
So that's kind of what we did with the cotton candies everywhere. So you kind of just spray a little bit, and it sticks.
That's so awesome.
But the best part is putting it in the fog
Yeah.
because it lasts a little bit
Yeah.
longer.
So I have to ask, this is a water heater. How did you disguise it? Can you tell me about that?
So it's actually fake. The water heater, this water heater was actually used in our Silent Hill maze for our boiler room
That's
section.
so cool.
So we just threw some neon paint in there, put some more piping in it, and boom, factory.
I love it.
And
That's so
not even the
cool.
pipe's real. It's actually not part of the tank. You just put it back on,
Yep.
connect it, good to go. And this guy's about 3 years old.
3
now.
years old. Joe hand
He's
painted
cute.
him and made him.
Oh, I love him.
His name's Chester.
I like his little face. Okay, so I definitely get what you mean with the scent spray.
There we go.
And it definitely still smells like cotton candy in here. And this room, I like it because most of the maze hasn't been very gory, and I really like when there's little tiny hints of gore. So tell me about this room.
I wanted this to have a lot of detail in here, and
Yeah.
I want a lot to look at. This is the grinder, basically the cotton candy machine with the grinder in it. So kids go in, cotton candy, guts come out. It's basically the secret recipe of the factory. So.
Nice. Are they cotton candy flavored guts?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
So an actual fun fact, actually, if you walk up to these cotton candies, can you smell them? They smell like cotton candy.
Well, now I gotta smell the guts. Oh my gosh, they really do, and it's not like the generic fake cotton candy smell. It is like
smells like cotton
real
candy.
cotton candy. Now I'm just smelling a bunch of
Who wants
guts.
to smell guts?
So, can you tell us about the Laffy Taffy portion of the factory?
Yeah. So you can't have a candy factory without Laffy Taffy,
Well,
right?
obviously.
So, of course, what we do here, clowns like to stretch people up and use the guts for it.
Nice and,
And there he
stretchy
is.
Laffy Taffy. So, can you tell us a little bit about, because I know a lot of people, myself included, are very interested in what goes into actually making these props, because obviously, I mean, at least I hope, it's not real blood and guts. So can you tell us a little bit about how you make these guts that, I mean, while I've never seen innards before, and I'd like to keep it that way, these look pretty good. They look really good. They look pretty gross and creepy. So can you tell us how you made those?
So this is actually just spray foam that we bought from Home Depot.
That's awesome.
So it's the spray foam that seals with gaps and cracks.
That's
And you just
it's also
spray it
making
on there,
guts.
throw some, and even the paint. We didn't use, any special blood paint. We literally went to Home Depot, got, a
That's so
special
cool.
red paint,
That's
painted it on
awesome.
there, and honestly, it did its job.
That's it's super
He's
cool.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I love
Yeah.
that with the spray foam you can really just kind of like move it in all these different directions and get
Yes.
these super unique shapes. Quick, do you have any tips for people starting their home haunt?
You don't always have to go all out and create expensive maze. Don't do that, because Corona Haunt did not come from this. This
Yeah.
took time, effort, and sweat.
Blood, sweat, and
But-
tears. For sure.
Yeah.
A good tip for everyone out there would be have fun,
Yeah,
and
that's what's
if
important.
you want to do it.
Exactly.
But make it safe,
And
please.
don't murder your partner over it.
So, can you tell me a little bit about this area?
So this is actually the wasteland of the factory. So
Ooh,
this is
I
where
like that.
all the waste of the factory ends up.
Ooh,
And
creepy.
This is also spray foam that we had just talked about.
Awesome.
This room alone took, about 80 cans of spray foam. But obviously, it turned out
Well,
pretty
it's
well.
so cool because I know you see strobe lights a lot, but I love that you did black light strobe lights.
Yes.
And then because it really goes from like dark to super bright.
Yeah.
And I really, really like that. It's super cool. So let's keep going. So can you tell me a bit about what this part of the maze is about?
So this is actually one of our hallways coming back. So we gotta, of course, leave the backyard and go to the finale portion of the maze. And what we wanted to do was, where are all these bodies going? Of course, they go through the grinder and they're dying into the body parts and cotton candy. And of course, the city is going to start wondering or asking questions of where their kids at, or missing people, missing neighbors, missing friends. Where are they at? So we just put a whole fence down of tunnels.
I think it's
and
cool.
Put missing children all over them.
And did you make all these yourself?
I did, yes.
That's
I
so
made all the
cool.
posters, and actually,
so fun.
a fun fact of the posters is a couple of our actors actually sent us baby pictures of them. So
That's super
most
cool.
Most of these photos are of our actors.
That's so much fun. All right, let's keep going.
I even think Baby Mason is in here somewhere.
Oh
There's Baby
my
Mason.
gosh, so
He's
cute.
always been a king.
So now the lights are on in the finale portion of the maze, and I think it's super cool because you can see all the textures of the walls.
Yes.
How did you get this like dripping and almost like melting texture, where there it's more like, I think it's so cool.
So this is actually kind of funny. This was accidental.
Oh, but it looks really good.
We bought a batch of the spray foam, you know. We became friends with the spray foam after 200 cans.
Yeah.
We bought about 20 or so, and the batch was almost dead. Like, it did not it had more aerosol than actual foam. So when we were spraying it on there, it turned into more of a melting effect, which honestly, I'm not complaining about.
Yeah, me neither. It looks super cool. And honestly, there's like little parts where it looks like it's like dripping. I think that's super cool. And I feel like, to quote Bob Ross, there are happy accidents.
It's happy accidents.
And I feel like this is really cool. But I like that there's kind of the mixture of textures. Yes. I think that's super cool. So here we are at the finale of the maze. And this part is so cool. It really got me. It's got the strobes, it's got the loud noises, and this totally awesome monster clown. So can you tell me a little bit about this prop?
Well, this is one of our finale scares, and this is a big boy. It's basically a demon version or a monster version of Sweet Tooth, because this is basically the underground of the factory. That's where we're in, like a cavern almost state. And let's not have him as a human clown form. Let's have him as a big nightmare form. This is which was inspired, like a huge nightmare. Drew it up, and I forgot how much teeth are on this, but each teeth is hand carved with foam and plastered.
It took Joe, I don't even remember. It was almost like a 4-day process just for the teeth.
Well, the teeth look fantastic.
He went in and painted them and plastered them and foam cut them and everything. And what's a fun, cool thing about this is that they're actually stuck in. So they're not glued on him. They're actually on sticks.
Does his teeth smell like cotton candy?
I think he has bad breath.
I'm not going to find out. So can you show us how the puppet works?
Yeah. So actually, the puppet back here is controlled with just 2 handles, and it was created with a cardboard-like material that was also purchased from Home Depot. And yet again, we've got more foam that is covered with cheesecloth on here. And we've obviously got the red eye sockets and the teeth. And he's actually fully mobile, so we have a puppeteer who controls him. So we can move him basically however you want. Whatever the actor is doing back here, they can do whatever they want with him.
Is he heavy?
He's actually maybe less than 10 pounds. Very light.
Nice.
And then the trigger for him is actually connected to the handle. So whoever's holding it can just press this button, which causes him to go off.
That's so cool. All right, so that was Corona Haunt. Any final words?
Come check us out.
Yeah, when are you guys open till?
We are the 24th through the 27th and the 30th and 31st.
Cool. And social media, where can we follow you guys?
On Instagram, you can follow us at Corona Haunt. And if you're a Twitter person, we're at Haunt of Corona.
So where are you located?
So we are located on Nutmeg Drive off of Ridgeline Drive in Corona.
Awesome. So go look for a spooky house with tons of lights and you found Corona Haunt. So thank you so much for joining me, taking me through this tour. It was so much fun. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a spooky video just like this one. Be sure to come check out Corona Haunt. I will have their website linked in the description box down below, so definitely be sure to go check them out. And I will see you all next time. Don't forget to stay spooky. Bye!